And we are back with a little bit of a change of plans here. Light and I are gonna hang on here until we can get Corky and Steel back in. We are opening up with a ZvZ, Armani versus soO, and I have a story, but I'll go into it later. Once we finish our intros and everything.
Yeah, we are ahead of schedule, and they've decided to start Group B. We weren't really ready for it. Yaku and I were like, all right, we're done for the day. Good job. Like, we did well. We're ready to pass the torch. But unfortunately, Corky and Steel are not ready quite yet.
Everybody go tweet at him. Yo.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where Corky is. I think Steel, he's currently eating, but it's all good.
Yep, we can cover this map for him, and then we'll pass it on once we get into our next one.
Yeah. We'll just be here until they're ready, and then we'll tag out.
There we go, just like wrestling.
Exactly. Until then, though, it looks like we'll be a little bit before the players start. The lobby is ready, but Armani is AFK a little bit.
soO is definitely eager. He's ready.
Yeah.
He is. Do you know who? Never mind. It's a bit of an inside joke.
But
do you remember soO's achievement?
He is the previous winner of IEM Katowice 2019. 2019? Yeah.
Yeah. And when did you find this out, Light?
Hey, that's not important, all right? All right, Armani is back. The players are ready. It does look like we are going to be getting into this best of 3 series, the first one of Group B. Let's do this.
I await with bated breath.
Yep, they're just confirming, making sure that all the other language casters are getting in. We do have the Russian casters. We do have the Spanish casters coming in, as well as Polish B stream. Okay,
there we go. That's what you need.
Unfortunately, Enki is not here with us.
Yeah. Look, one special was out. He needed to come to terms with that.
Yeah, we do have Horace though, so
there we go.
He's
already over it.
And yeah, this is the first ZvZ of the day, of the night.
It is. We've only had Dark so far as the player that we've covered.
Oh boy, here we go.
But if we were missing Zerg, well, we've got the group full of them. If we were missing ZvZ, Group B, more like Group ZvZ, am I right? Well, I mean, not really, because there's quite a bit of PvP and CvP as well. But you know what I'm saying.
Indy.
And we are back, coming into Simulac Rum, your heart fiddly DLE. And Light, I have one question for you. I have just one question.
Go for it.
Are you free?
Freaka TV.
There we go. In the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Simulac Rum, we have the red Zerg. La Rosa Zerg, I do believe. He is coming in with his blinged out suits, representing Afrika TV as well as the team Afrika Freaks all the way from Korea. We have Armani.
I'm kind of curious what his intro says.
I'm watching the stream. He has none.
No. God damn it, Wax Angel.
It could have meant so much.
And in the top left-hand corner, we have the defending IEM Katowice champion. if I'm butchering the name of the city, blame Kuro. We have representing Afrika Freaks, as this is a team kill. It is the Zerg player, soO.
And now to await what his pop-up will say on stream. Katowice defending champion. Alright then, straight to the point.
It's very
Straight
factual.
to the point, I like it, yeah. It is very factual. Now, I got a story for you, Light. When we were approached to cast the group stage, I was looking at the groups and I thought, you know what, it's unfortunate that I'll be covering Group A, because then I wouldn't be able to come up with the question to Light, which is, are you free? Careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yes, both of these players representing Afrika Freaks. soO, a relatively recent pickup, as up until, you know, this month, I think
Armani was also. No, I believe that was January. It was Armani, soO, and Stats, I believe, were the new pickups in 2020, like January of 2020.
Yeah. So soO left Chivo, joined this. Armani was on Black Knight Gaming, I believe, and then joined Afrika Freaks. So yeah, it's cool to see Afrika come back and reinvest into the scene, especially after, you know, the ESL Pro Tour was announced.
They know that these players do have their fans, so if they can keep them on Afrika and not on Twitch, that definitely helps. A little bit of a mirror build going on.
Yeah, both of these players, you know, no one's being really overly aggressive with their lings. They're both, you know, getting their third bases relatively, you know, as you said, like similar builds coming out of these two Zergs.
Well, they are teammates, and speaking of teammates, these two overlords. It's a love story in the making. A primal and not a simulant. I don't actually remember what that skin set, the name of that skin set.
Sad,
but it was the one where it's like RC Troll.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Trolled. Except they're both from the same family, so it's a little bit incestuous.
That's even better.
Is it better? Oh god.
soO's gonna be the one to be the aggressor so far. We have seen this from soO in the past, and Armani looking to try to meet this. Does have his Banelings morphing.
And we do have soO being the first to start the transition. We do have the Roach Warren on the way, as instead Armani starting +1 range, so he will have that advantage.
They are teammates, I suppose. If it seems like they both want to go into the same thing, that is the reason.
Yeah, I imagine they practice a lot together. It's kind of sad, like gone are the days of team houses in a way. Oh my god, please!
I always doesn't matter how far in. I always hold my breath when we have Zerglings here, Banelings, and to give Zerglings here, Banelings. Armani actually turned the tables on soO a little bit, him being the aggressive, but that is a pretty juicy connection.
Jesus, yeah. Armani, he does pick off one of the Banelings, but unfortunately does lose all of his lings to another. And now it's soO's turn to counterattack.
Yeah, it actually is. This is peak ZvZ, if we have ever seen.
Yeah, and
Armani is actually looking very vulnerable here. His Banelings are only now starting to morph.
Then the Banelings aren't ready, so potentially he could lose his third, especially with this defending Baneling as well.
It keeps the Banelings alive, Armani does. And that's so important right now when you're facing off of crowdlings. The Roaches do come in, and in conjunction with the Banelings, they will be able to push soO back. But soO is already on second stage.
That they do. Ooh, Armani actually kind of reacting, respecting soO a lot. He's getting so many spines. He's like, oh god, like soO's coming and I need to be ready for this as best I can be.
I too would respect the Roach King if I were in Armani's shoes. The Biles do come down and they do zone soO away for a little bit, but that does not deter him in the slightest. The Banelings are starting to crash in. Will they soften up the Roaches? They do, and the Roaches of soO will be able to come in and clean up. The positioning for Armani is actually favored right now.
At the same time, +1 range did just finish for Armani in the middle of that fight, and he is able to push soO back.
Wow. A little bit of a back and forth here, as we do manage to see. soO is still trying to press this, as both players are trying to reinforce his thing.
A little bit, he's gonna get surrounded by all these
things. Yeah. He is trying to reduce as much surface area as he can, and he actually does a really good job, thanks to this reinforcements of Lings. These roaches, they're badly bruised, but soO can't quite clean up.
Yeah, and Armani does push away soO's army. At the same time, we do have roach speed on the way for Armani, so he will be able to reinforce this shortly, as it is still quite a while away. And we do have
There we go, Armani. It's going to be the one to start going into phase 3, much before soO.
Yeah, Armani, he's looking pretty strong in this game so far. Already like winning the roach battle, transitioning into Spire as well, getting soO on the back foot. And actually, wait, hold on. Is that the
actually
worker
closer
count?
than I might have expected.
Hold on, look at the worker count. That's
soO is
insane.
at 36, and Armani is at 67. That is the reason why Armani has 3 arrows pointing at his direction.
How did this happen? What happened? He didn't even deal any economic damage.
soO decided Kawabunga it is. soO wanted to break Armani, but Armani could not be broken.
Yeah, to be fair, soO, he has quite a large army and he's pushing out, except I still give the advantage to Armani. Like, he has the upgrade advantage, he has all these spines as well.
I think so long as Armani can hold this, he'll win.
Yeah, but he has to be careful because he may be caught out transitioning into Mutas. His roach count isn't quite as high as soO's.
It is what you'll have to watch out for. The biles do rain down onto the spine, and now soO does not have to worry about that for quite a long time. soO is starting to get this concave onto Armani's roaches, and he's looking to threaten this third base once again. Even more spines are starting to go down from Armani, but it's not really going to make too much of a difference, I don't think.
Yeah, the Mutas come out, but there are only 4 of them, and what can 4 Mutas do against all this? They can focus on the Ravagers, but...
You know what they can do? They can clean up the roaches that Armani is softening up, and it looks like Armani might actually be able to hold this. soO has lost so much, and GG is called. Armani is going to take game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
That was insane. He was up by 30 workers. Like, if Armani wanted to, he could have drone pooled to help hold that even like better, and he would have been ahead in workers regardless. Like, as well as tech, as well as upgrades. Like, Armani was just looking amazing that game, I should say.
Absolutely was. It's a little bit of that trademark soO bloodlust, I think, when he thinks there's the slightest possibility that he could crack his opponent. He goes all in on it. He miscalculated this time. His teammate, an iron defense. Okay, I think we are going to go on to the next map, as there is still just a little bit of time to get our next casters in. So we will go into Ephemeron as our map number 2.
Yep, we'll just get this series, like, we'll finish up this series and then we will switch over as Steel is ready. Quirky, I think, should be ready soon, and, you know, we'll hand it off to them, as it is quite late here. It's actually 2 a.m.
Passing the torch. It is. Welcome to Time Zones. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, surprisingly, hold on. Okay.
We did point out that Armani was the player to look out for.
Yeah, Armani, he has been on the rise, and, you know, we were saying that, but he dismantled soO. Like, there were maybe a couple of moments where, again, soO, he was trying to be as aggressive as he can, and he was trying to push the issue, but Armani just solid. Absolutely solid.
Absolutely solid. I think to make the analogy just a little bit more accurate, I think it was soO being dismantled as he tried to go up against the wall that is Armani. Because if you think about it, Armani wasn't the aggressor. He wasn't the active player there. He wasn't the active player. It was soO. And there is an old saying, which is the best ZvZ players tend to be the ones who are active and try to set the pace of the game. Armani proving that that's not always the case.
Yeah, Armani confident, you know, he went for that earlier upgrade as well. He went for that later Roach Warren, and again, like, getting all those spines up really helped in the end, because he was able to get away with that kind of like tech greed, and he came out ahead.
What a Zerg player.
Exactly. It's a shame that he doesn't have.
This is why he gets the suits. The Armani.
If you're out there.
Alrighty then. Speaking of suits, here we have it on Ephemeron, our next map in this best of 3 series, potentially the final map of the series. We have spawning in the top left-hand corner map, in the top left-hand corner, we have the Reds. Again, Light, I gotta ask you, are you free?
A freak of TV.
There we go. He is the red player, all the way from Korea, the defending champion of IEM Katowice. He blesses the reins as he is on Team Afrika Freaks. We have soO.
Defending champion. And in the bottom right-hand corner of Ephemeron LE, he is up 1-0 in this series against soO of all people, one of the best Zergs in the world. He is also representing Afrika Freaks as we have a team kill here. It is Armani.
Dude, not only is Armani up against soO drones, hello?
Oh.
I was gonna say, not only yeah, I was just gonna go into the spiel of like, yeah, not only soO. What is Armani doing?
He's crazy.
Well, he is.
Has he been talking to cats?
He might have. The spine looks like it is gonna go down, but the drone does make it out of there alive, and soO does not suspect a thing.
Hey, I mean, he should, right? Like that was a very odd thing to be happening, and now the Lings are here, the drones are on the way. It's important to note that the spine did get cancelled, but 2 more are on the way, and because
all right, how is first, look at this body block? The SimCity actually working against soO's favor almost. That body block from Armani is huge, but now there is a good surround from soO's drones onto Armani's drones. soO's gonna try to deny this as best as he can, and I think it actually is gonna blow up in Armani's face.
Yeah, it looks like soO does have enough to cancel these spines as well as kill all of these Lings. And
Lings and drones. GG, there we go. soO gonna take us to the ace match. Yeah. That was a really short game. I was gonna go into this whole spiel of like, yeah, not only is soO one of the greatest Zerg players of all time, he is arguably the greatest ZvZ player of all time, as we can see.
Like, I appreciate it. It was exciting. Armani just doing something crazy. It's cool. It looks.
You know what? You may as well if you're up one match. Yeah, you may as well if you're up one match.
Still
Still brings up a good point, shorter than the standard Yaku intro. That game.
Exactly, and like you're up 1 match against soO. It's rough. Just like that, soO ties it up, and I don't know. Maybe Armani just isn't comfortable with that map. Again, like it would have been insane if he got away with that spine. You know, he tried
throwing
to
his teammate a bone, maybe.
Yeah.
As match score does affect the placings, so you have to wonder. Probably shouldn't.
We don't have Crank here to translate the humble that's happening in the chat. But Armani just said thank you. Said come sub me though.
Apparently.
Wow. All right.
Well then, the final map that we will cast.
Yeah.
We have it.
He basically complimented soO. He's like, "Wow, like good job," and soO's like, "It was hard," or something like that.
Spines are pretty hard once you're erected.
I mean, it's again, it's cool to see these 2 teammates like bantering a little bit, going at it. It's quite nice.
That it is. It'd be nicer if we had someone who could translate, but it is nice regardless.
Yeah, gotta get Crank.
It's the advantage of I was gonna say it is the advantage of having Crank in the lobby. Fortunately, he is casting off in the clean And we're back at it in the final map of this series. Some of the top Zerg players to look out for. I think the Rising Star versus the old champion. Man, oh man, here we have it. What is going to happen in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Triton. Here we have the Blue Zerg, absolutely one of the greatest of all time. The defending Katowice champion, and historically one of the top ZvZ players, having a run for his money right now. He blesses the reins, and Light, are you free?
Freaka TV.
We have representing that team, as well as the Republic of Korea, it is soO.
And in the top left-hand corner of Triton LE, as you said, we have the Rising Star tied up 1-1 in this team kill series. We have the Red Zerg representing a Freak of Freaks. It is Armani. Should we like message the admin team and be like, yo, for Armani, can you like put like Rising Star or something?
Yeah.
Can you give him something?
Like, yeah, just give him something, man.
Korean like, Zerg.
Just we'll sell for that, yeah.
Just something, right?
I would try to think up of something for his name, like go full on Wax Angel and be like, not actually from the Armani group.
Exactly, like not sponsored by, but
has
named.
Best fashion sense, as Kuro points out.
Exactly,
best fashion
right?
Sense. Yeah. Actually, I think that might be Rainer who has Best fashion sense.
I mean, he's just copying Cyril, isn't he? Like...
Ooh. Ooh. Getting spicy up in here, and we're not even playing.
I mean, we said it before. I think we casted Armani in the qualifiers. Where, wait, what's going on? Why is he not sponsored by Armani?
We did.
Like, it's perfect.
Well, we have to wonder. Maybe it's because he's not actually taking the name Armani from the Giorgio Armani sort of group, but maybe it's actually the troll group from World of Warcraft. I can hear you shaking your head. I can hear you shaking your head.
God damn it. It's true. Armani, he's a big WoW fan. You know, he's all about it. Yeah.
He played every single Warcraft. Speaking of which, soO. That's that seems like a quick lair.
It does seem like a very quick lair. We do have a Roach Warren on the way. This quick lair could indicate Nidus as well, as we do see him attempting to wall off his natural as he does get his other gases. It could be Nidus. It could just be 2-base Roach. There's a lot of possibilities. We do have +1 range on the way as well, so... Whoa.
It is a little funny to see, but I think it is quintessential soO. Whenever there's a gimmick or a big cheese sort of build that is going on with Zerg, soO is usually the last to adopt it. Because when you think Nidus Roach, you think, you know, a patch ago.
Yeah,
that is so 2019.
And this is a little bit worrying, to be honest, because Armani, like, he does see the full wall off. He does see that soO did go for a much earlier Roach Warren. Oh, he does almost get in.
Yes, defend, yeah. Or rather, he knows that soO is committing a lot to this defense.
Yeah, Armani, this does tell Armani exactly what is happening. So it is now on Armani to try and muster a defense. And now his Roach Warren is really late. He has a 3rd base, which probably isn't even going to come into this. Like, soO could hit hard. And I don't know, like, we're probably going to need, like, spines from Armani.
That's what he's looking to do. soO is starting to move out, so I don't think it's going to be the Nidus. It still could be,
he's
but
getting
I don't
a 3rd.
think it will be. He is getting a 3rd, actually. Mind games.
Yeah, soO, he could have just done this just defensively, I guess. I'm not too sure, or maybe he's just waiting for his upgrades to finish up before he pushes out. But this does give Armani some time. You know, he is ahead in bases, and he does have now this time to... Oh.
I was a little bit worried. I thought they were going to get surrounded.
Yeah. They were just trying to find an angle to slip in. You know, they could get into the main even if the Roaches weren't there. So have to be careful.
Yeah, they could, but they were, so it didn't play out quite as Armani had planned. See how things are planned. soO does get a nice little scout into Armani's base. Notice that Armani is transitioning towards that Roach game, and it looks like we're going into the Roach Wars, which honestly, like, normally I would favor soO. He is kind of known for that. As the advice that he has given goes, no, Kerrigan, this is your problem. Zerg doesn't need tier 3, only Roach.
Yep, and here comes the push coming out from soO. We do have his third on the way, but the Roaches are already halfway across the map. Armani, he does have one spine, which is nice. I feel like he may need a second, especially since soO does have the army advantage.
Yeah, well, the army advantage isn't too far in favor. No, it's so far in favor of soO.
Yeah,
soO is trying to break in. The concave is in favor of Armani, but soO is just going straight on ahead. He does not even care about that, but he is fighting up the ramp, and that's very, very dangerous.
It looks like Armani may just...
borrowed.
And I think Armani pushes him back.
Back.
That he does, and again, the spine does reposition just in time to help out, but this isn't it. Like soO, he has another wave getting ready to push out, and Armani, he has to be careful. He can't, you know, breathe.
I do worry a little bit that we might see a repeat of game 1, but soO is joining up, so it looks unlikely.
Yeah, he backs off.
There we go. That's the smarter choice.
There it is. And this time, as opposed to game 1, soO does have a pretty healthy drone count. He is getting his third saturated, and Armani confirms that.
They are even this time instead of Armani being 30 drones ahead.
That they are. And yeah, this is gonna kind of even out and transition into
it looks like we're at a point where nice little contamination there. Delaying that +2 for quite a while. I was gonna say, it looks like we're gonna get into the point of the game where things do slow down a little bit, as both players, they want to macro up, they want to build their forces, they want to get their upgrades, or in the case of soO, he wants to delay his opponent's upgrades.
Yeah, and I will say that that defense was really nicely done by Armani. He was down in army supply, heavily so, and he was able to utilize his queens as well as his static defense to hold on. It's quite impressive, and you know, the game continues because of it. And now we will see how these two players, you know, how they like their ZvZ. Are we going to see some lurkers? Are we going to see Hydra transition? Are we going to stay on Ravager?
Armani is a bit known for being one of the Korean players who likes to utilize lurkers. But for the time being, it looks like we're just going to have to strap ourselves in for some Roach Wars.
That we are. Both players getting their fourths ready. They are getting their +2 range attack. They're getting +1 armor.
There's a time for soO. His +2 is done. His armor is almost complete. If soO just presses the advantage, I think he can go all the way on home. He'll be able to take this home.
Important to note that Armani does have eyes on the army of soO, so he does see him, he does know where he is. He is posturing his army in response.
Don't bother his own forces, soO. He does not get a little worried. Oh, Armani tried to go for a couple of run-bys, tried to delay soO as much as he can. This delay on the armor actually is pretty huge.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
soO had a timing, and yeah, soO had a timing now. The timing is late, but soO is starting to press the advantage. Armani has a very good concave here. It's massive, and soO actually eating quite a few vials. This could spell disaster for the Blue Zerg, but they're still holding in. It's kind of tough to call right now.
Yeah, it's hard to call as well, especially because soO does have an upgrade advantage right now. He does have +1 armor, which, I mean, to be fair, isn't too important in Roach versus Roach, but it does still factor into it.
The drones end up winning. You'll see that every day. Yeah, Armani's switching up quite a bit. I think he wants to be a little more sneaky. He knows that he maybe cannot win the main engagement. So tunneling claws to go for a little run-bys. I think that's absolutely the right call for Armani. So he's trying to get us around, trying to get a little bit of distraction. He's poking and prodding, trying to find an opening, but not quite getting it.
And it does look like Armani is winning the fight on the right-hand side, but soO, he's pushing in on the left. And he will be able to siege up this base.
Yeah, he will deny the fourth of Armani, or kill it rather.
Yeah. But at what cost? Like, if he goes for the base, he may lose the fight overall. We'll see. He's trying to push in.
I think soO's actually being a little bit indecisive. He doesn't know whether he wants to target the Roaches or the base. Now that the Roaches of Armani have backed off, soO has a very clear answer. But he's going to have to defend against Armani's run-by, and most of his forces are in the front.
Yeah, it's important to note that Borrowed Roach's tunneling claws even is finishing up here for Armani, so he will be able to potentially do more harassing damage with these roaches, but he doesn't want to
Show me the
reveal it
burrow,
just yet.
Armani. Show me the burrow. Well, I guess you're right. He doesn't want to reveal it just yet.
Yeah,
Armani is the first to go into Hive.
that he is, which is quite. Oh, he actually doesn't have Burrow. He has tunneling claws, but he forgot about Burrow.
What?
No. That's why.
Wow. That is not something you think of. When normally you see tunneling claws is done, you just sort of assume that burrow was completed as well. And I think Armani kind of thought that too.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a mistake, a little bit of a slip up. He does forget his upgrade, and now again, soO, he's gonna deny this fourth.
Yep, soO's starting to pick apart Armani. He's picking apart from each end. Gonna go for that multi-prog. He does get the concave, but he might eat a couple of biles. Tries to back off as good as he can. And soO is actually using Armani's tactic against him. He's the one going for the run bys. He's the one trying to go for this economic damage while fighting the main army.
Yeah, Armani, he's doing a good job at splitting up his army and trying to defend multiple places at once, but at the same time, he's being choked right now. He's being suffocated. He's stuck on 3 bases. Meanwhile, soO has been comfortably on 4, and he just isn't letting up.
No, he is not. There's a burrow and there's a tunneling claws from Armani. Will it make too much of a difference? It unburrows right on top of an army of soO, and does get the jump on him a little bit, but soO is not deterred.
Yeah, he's able
confident.
to pick off he's able to pick off that reinforcing army from soO, and soO, he's having a little bit of trouble pushing into this. At the same time, you have +3 on the way for Armani.
And that is absolutely huge. The surround and the flank is in for soO. Armani's army is getting picked apart, but soO is starting to bleed off here, and there's no reinforcements in sight. soO is now trying to get 25 roaches. soO, I didn't notice this, but soO actually was the first to get a Hydra Den, and he's going to be the first to get the Lurker Den.
Yeah, this is where the divergence comes, where soO, he is going for Lurkers, he's going for Hydras. Meanwhile, Armani went for a faster Hive, and he's getting +3 range, so he will be staying on that Roach Ravager.
soO is definitely not a Zerg player known for liking Hive. And I think it could come to bite him, but at the same time, he has got a lot of success with that.
Yeah, it's very important to note that Armani does finally get his 4th up and running. Tunneling, Burrow did finish up, so he can utilize that tunneling clause. He can potentially harass and deal all this economic damage.
Soos this out. Or no, he doesn't actually. He's just going for a run by. Didn't even realize that Roach is burrowed. Does manage to pick off a couple of units here and there. Both players are trying to do so. This is very vulnerable from soO. His drone count is plummeting.
Yeah, but Armani's 30 is going to get hit by this run by, and there's nothing here to defend against it.
Straight drones for drones. There is burrow. There's burrow and no detection for soO. These roaches are trying to back off, but they're actually trying to retreat through the army of Armani. That being said, though, that does clear up supply. soO was maxed out, and now he's got free supply to get his Hydras.
Yeah, that was actually really nicely done. soO, a little bit paranoid. He split up his roaches trying to defend all his bases because he doesn't know where the barrowed roaches are. And here they are hitting the 3rd. At the same time, Armani, he's pushing into the 4th of soO.
And soO is forced to defend against this. He does have the Lurkers, and the Biles are missing them by quite a bit. soO has a lot of zoning potential, and if Armani commits, that could be disastrous for our Red Zerg.
Yeah, right now Armani has this window of opportunity where he is maxed out. He has the army supply advantage, and he just has to make sure he lands those biles on those Lurkers.
And it seems like he does, or maybe not. He at least takes out one, but one Lurker is still alive for soO, and it is starting to cleave through the forces of Armani. Armani is able to clean it out, though. I think Armani has done it. He's pushing through. He's pushing it. I think Armani has done it. I think Armani has out ZvZ, the ZvZ master.
At the same time, soO is counterattacking the 4th of Armani. He is pushing in, but Armani kills the Roach Warren. That's it. There's no more Roaches for soO.
He does have a lot of Hydras, though. Or he can make a lot of Hydras, potentially. But the larva count, not in the favor of soO. So many drones are going down, and the bank that soO used to have, non-existent now. Armani... Armani has out-roached the Roach King. What a series. We did say that Armani was a rising star, and this game absolutely, this entire series really, absolutely proves it.
Mate. GG. It's hard to believe that the only, like, sure it was a 2-1, but the only game Armani lost was the one where he went for this weird, like, proxy, like hatch into spine, like drone rush, like it was just this really weird style. But in the 2 games that they played straight up, Armani came out on top over soO.
Man, oh man. I think we'd have to go back and analyze those, because it looked like, for quite a while, it looked like game 3 in particular was soO's game. Like soO was controlling the flow start to finish, but Armani, he is solid as a rock, undeterred, undaunted, and he was able to turn it on his teammate, who is historically known for being one of the absolute best ZvZ players.
Exactly. I think one of the most important things to bear in mind is if you look at this group B specifically, there's a lot of Zergs in Group B. And if Armani can take out soO, mate, he can take out Rogue, he can take out every other Zerg, and, you know, just cruise out of this group, just based off of that matchup.
We'll see how he does against Raynor, I've got to say, though.
Oh yeah, there's Raynor as well, Rogue.
Raynor,
Exactly.
Rogue. I definitely agree with you that if Armani can beat soO, he can beat Rogue. I think Raynor will be the real test for Armani, and maybe any other Zerg player here.
Yeah, I mean, it is
Other than
important to
maybe
note that even though, like, a lot of people look at Several as the best foreigner or the best Zerg, you know, it was Raynor who came second in the World Finals, right? And you know, it is important to, like, give respect to Raynor for that. But, you know, we'll see how Armani does against the runner-up, you know, against like the second best in the world.
Up, against the second best in the world, against the most recent GSL Codex champion, against Zest, who is his, you know, he's known for being pretty good. Performance. Not to knock on Zest. Not to knock on Zest. Actually, Zest 1-1 with Rogue, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, actually, important to note, and it's a little bit sad that we won't be able to cast this, you and I, but up next we have Armani versus Raynor.
Oh, okay.
On this
We're
stream.
hyping it up a little bit, yeah.
Mate, that's gonna be insane. If he can take down soO, he's up against Raynor next. I can't wait. I want to see that.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Quirky and Steel to cast that, as they will be the players that will tag out or will tag in. Light and I are going to take our leave for the evening. Thank you all for joining. And there will be a quick break, and we will be gone.